Daniel, it is great to see you again. In our previous interview, you said you had made $3,200 in the past 2 weeks. That was through video editing along with your brother, and you both had zero video editing experience prior to joining the real world. So that was about 3 months ago, 3 to 4 months ago. You were 17 at the time. I think you're 18 now. So how has everything scaled for you since then?
I mean, like you have your ups and downs
Mm-hmm.
throughout the path, but I'm proud to say that we're barely hitting we're on the verge of hitting our 10K a month mark for me and my
Mm-hmm.
brother.
Good, good, good. Perfect. So in quite a short time span, huh?
Yeah.
How did that breakthrough happen for you? Because I'm guessing it would have been exponential then. Did you just get a certain client that was the game changer, or was it just consistent hard work with a load of different clients?
I wouldn't say it's just work, 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 work. We do a lot of research of what we can do together to kind of increase exponentially our things. We're looking at trends. We're talking to a bunch of people. Some of them give us new clients. Some of them give us new opportunities that we can hop onto to make more cash.
Okay, I see. And how's your video editing evolved since? Do you see much of a difference?
Yeah, I mean, if I compare myself from like 3 months ago, 2 months
Mhm.
ago, I'd say yeah, there's a pretty good difference.
All right. So, what do you do to improve your video editing? Is it going through courses in the real world, or do you do something else as well?
I do look through a bunch of courses in the real world. I also analyze other channels, for example, whether it's Instagram or YouTube. And I also, one of the things that helped me the most is talk to other people inside of the campus and actually ask them how they're doing a certain thing, how are they doing this or that.
Okay, interesting. When you say analyze different channels, what do you look for?
Uh, pretty much anything. I guess if someone knows video editing is watching this, I mean, you look at the hook, you look at the adjustment layer, you look at the color correction, the subtitles, you look at the frame in itself, you look at the face tracking, you pretty much look at every single thing that other people may not pay attention when they're watching a short form clip.
Right. So you see it from a completely different lens when you're seeing your short. You don't
Something
just
like
watch it
that.
for entertainment. You're actually analyzing every single bit of it. Okay, fair enough. And what advice would you have to people then who want to improve as well? Because trends change over time. So let's say you find the video from a while ago and they're like, I want to edit like this. Would you still recommend it for them to do it? Let's say it's a video that's 2 years old and they want to edit like that video. Is it worth them learning how to edit like that? Or is it important to follow the trends that are constantly evolving and staying up to date on them?
I mean, obviously, like you can take the fundamentals from the video from 2 years ago, but I think it's very, very important to keep looking at the trends and what's new in the space. Maybe some creator does something with their subtitles that you might kind of take inspiration from.
So, how do you implement AI into your video editing?
I actually use image generation. So whenever I want to put a picture inside of the video to kind of simulate the better experience of the viewer, and I can't find it on the internet, I just go into the AI chatbot and then I generate a specific picture that I use inside of the video that looks extremely realistic, and
Mm-hmm.
people might have a hard time differentiating
Yeah.
that picture from AI,
Mm-hmm.
from AI to real.
Yeah, yeah, they look super smooth. The images you generate. How did you learn to prompt the right image? Because I know that's an art in itself. Actual prompts for the AI generation.
Yeah, so there's a specific campus dedicated inside of the real world that teaches everything how to generate those images, how to use exactly what right prompts you can use, what right words you can fill in your prompt with.
Right. And that campus being content creation? Is that what we're talking about?
That's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The content creation in AI campus. Okay, I've yeah gone through that as well. I was just wondering maybe you had a different perspective, but of course it's everything's in the real world. Okay, so since our last interview, how has lifestyle changed? Because income has quite substantially improved.
I wouldn't say lifestyle had changed that much. I mean, through since our last interview, I was still in school. I still had very limited time with working. But now, when I have more hours, I just use all those hours instead of school to just work, find out new things, talk to different people, hop on a few phone calls, solve some problems. So, in terms of like buying things, I don't really buy anything.
Hmm.
But yeah, lifestyle hasn't
Okay.
changed. I just work more.
Okay. So are you still saving to move to Dubai then? Is that still the plan?
You know, I don't know. I think since the last days, I'm kind of considering Thailand or even Marbella.
Interesting. And why is that?
Well, I'm hearing very, very positive things about them
Hmm.
through other guys that have been there.
Okay. So no longer Dubai. I guess if it's something like Thailand, the living expenses would be so much easier that way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
I
yeah,
think their coffees is like 5 cents or something.
their coffee. That's how you measure a country's expenses by their coffee, as in yeah,
That's right.
living expenses. Nice. Uh, okay, let's see. So potentially Thailand or Marbella. Very interesting. Instead of Dubai, because yeah,
I mean, maybe Dubai.
or
Who
maybe
knows?
Dubai. Okay, or maybe Dubai. Fair enough. But it's all either way to network with people, be around those communities of high level people. In Thailand, would it also be for networking, or would it just be because of the cost of living?
I mean, I think you can find good people to network with in pretty much every country. I think Thailand has a lot of Muay Thai gyms.
Hmm.
I think that it's extremely cheap.
Hmm.
So I think those are the reasons that I'm kind of considering it.
Okay, you said Muay Thai gym. What are you training in terms of combat sport?
I don't train combat sport as of now. I just do
Hmm.
like quick workouts, gym,
Okay,
push-ups.
fair. But you're looking to get into something.
Yeah, completely.
Got it. Okay, interesting. So in terms of mentality, have you noticed any changes in those past few months?
Yeah, I'd say I'm way more focused when doing the work. It's maybe 3 months ago, I was kind of my longest time that I could focus on a task was perhaps an hour and a half. After that, I just take my phone and watch through reels, and after 5 minutes, I'm noticing it. I'm going back to work. I think now I'm confident to say that I can stay on a task for maybe 3, 4 hours without
Hmm.
losing my focus,
Yeah,
which has been great.
very solid. And I guess you could say it's a skill you learn. It's like training a muscle to
Yeah,
focus for a longer period of time. So people who are currently struggling with it, then that's the advice I'd presume you give them, that it just takes training to improve your focus over time, right?
absolutely.
Okay, good. What about any more for average day now then compared to before when we done our last interview? How maybe average day has changed?
I don't know. I just wake up, work. Sometimes I go to a cafe and work there. Sometimes I bring on a bunch of friends to show them basics of marketing, different
Mhm.
areas of talking to different people, how to find the right people to talk to. And that's pretty much it. I don't do anything else really.
And what would you say to people who say that is excessive, just focusing so much on walking instead of taking time to relax?
I mean, if you want to relax, you can relax.
But that's not you.
I don't know.
Okay.
I find it a bit boring.
Boring to relax? Fair enough. What else are you going to do, right? If not walk.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so past covered, present. What else are you studying or learning, should I say? Any other skills you're learning? Currently, you have the video editing going. Anything in AI you're learning to implement maybe in future, or anything else comes to mind?
I'm pretty much learning marketing and sales. These are the two aspects that I think that look the most promising for the future for
Explain.
anyone really. Well, I think that your ability to attain an attention and actually monetizing that attention is going to be the most two useful skills you can ever have in life.
Mhm.
I think whether you're an electrician or you're a doctor, the ability to sell yourself or the ability to find an audience to sell to is always needed.
Uh, As Tate says, we're living in an attention economy.
Yeah.
So you need to find ways to get people's attention online. Have you thought about building a personal brand or is that something maybe in future?
I think that's something in the future if you definitely have more life experience, if you
Mhm.
have something to show, like a nice lifestyle, or maybe some things that you can share knowledge wise, mentally wise. I don't think that I'm now currently at a place where I can tell people how they can live their lives.
Very fair. So yeah, build up that experience, and once you have things to share, then you'll do it. Yeah, I like that perspective. Um, what about then? Where do you see your future heading in the next, let's say, in short term, medium term, and long term? What would you have to say for that?
That's a good question. I really don't know. I mean, I'd like to be somewhere in away from the West, maybe in like 8 months or something.
Mhm.
But that's pretty much it. I don't really have a goal in mind. I just try to do my best every single day that I achieve my, I guess, desired outcome as fast as possible.
Mhm. Okay. This seems very hard work centered mindset. So is that something that Tate you that was instilled in you through Tate? Watching all those Tate clips to edit, I'm guessing you've watched pretty much every single interview of his. Then, so what kind of impact has Tate had on you? Is what I'm trying to get at.
Well, Tate really pissed me off in a good way.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know, when you see a bald man in a Bugatti with a cigar calling you poor, I don't know, there's something that just spikes inside of you. So he pissed me off, and I think what really contributed to my, I guess, the ethic of hard work is the real world, specifically the Wins channel. I mean, you're kind of pissed off at Tate by calling you poor, but when you join the real world and you see 13-year-old making, I guess the when you see 13-year-olds making tens of thousands of dollars per month, like that kind of puts you off, and you're like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? What do
Mhm.
they know that they don't? What do they know that I don't know?
Mhm.
So you see
Right.
someone in a far worse position than you, while you have maybe $100 in your bank account,
Mhm.
and then it kind of puts you off, and that gives you that crippling insecurity of not working hard enough.
Mhm. Fair enough. And you still have that drive and mentality of thinking that way, even though you are starting to get to a much better place, right?
Yeah, I just talked to a 13-year-old. He made, I think, $40,000 last month.
Okay.
No, I do think he was 14.
Okay. Oh, what a big difference, right? Okay. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, amazing community within the real world for sure. Um, lessons. Oh, here's a question for you. Since you've been in the marketing bootcamp for a while, how have the lessons evolved? Because they've restructured from what I've seen.
Yeah,
Mm.
they've done a whole restructure. They have the knowledge function, the how to. I think they have a whole module of the how to attract an attention. Another whole module on how to monetize that attention. They have another module of actual experienced guys showing you exactly how they edit.
Mhm.
And I found it extremely useful because you go on YouTube, you can't really find anything how to edit, at least short form. Or
Mhm.
if you do find a video, let's say an hour long clip that explains the fundamentals of marketing, you watch that an hour video, then you go on another one, and 80% of the other one is just reciting what the first one said.
Mhm.
So not only it's an easy way of learning, but you're also saving yourself a bunch of time.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. Because I haven't gone through the new one. I went through the one from like 6 months ago at this point. So yeah, I'm guessing quite a few changes since then. I'll need to revisit it. I'm guessing quite a few new nuggets in there. All right. What else do we have? So past, present, future, pretty much covered. Does anything come to mind in terms of insights you've learned from the real world that you could share that stand out to you?
Well, I guess it kind of emphasized my belief that great things come to people who genuinely work hard for it. Before joining the real world, I kind of thought that success was a concept of more of luck than hard work. But you don't ever see a person who genuinely tries hard enough for at least 4 months and does not get the results. I've seen people go from maybe making $100 per month to now making four, five, six, $7,000 per month just because they showed up, just because they put in the work. So I
Mhm.
guess it just really emphasized that belief.
Very true. Very good point. So, for people who are unsure about joining the real world because they think it could be a scam for the $50, what advice would you have to them?
I don't think they think that the real world is a scam. I think that they think that they themselves cannot achieve the desired results. I mean, if you're living an average life, you can't wake up without snoozing your alarm. You can't make your bed. You can't do 100 push-ups a day. You can't read a chapter in the book. Of course, when you're gonna have a big goal in front of you, like making 10K per month, you're not gonna believe in yourself. They're gonna achieve that. So me personally, what I would do is just start on the small wins. As I said, make your bed, do at least 50, 100 push-ups a day, read a chapter in a book or something, and you can join the real world at the same time and apply the lessons, and step by step you'll get to your desired result.
Right, right, right. Yeah, take it step by step, as you say. I mean, I can't personally, let's say, I can't expect to be like Andrew Tate within just a few months because there's
Yeah.
so much life experience has gone through, so many adversities he's faced, which make him who he is now. So even if you tried your best to be like him, it would still take a very long time to even potentially get to that level with a lot of things to go through. So yeah, you don't really realize what that person making 10,000 per month has gone through to get to that stage. It's usually not something that will just happen within a few weeks. So yeah, you're just reiterating your point. Take the take smaller steps and scale that as you go, and eventually you will reach it. Good point. Joe, I'm happy to end there. We can do another catch up again in 3 months, see how everything's going for you. For people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
They can contact me on my Instagram. I think that will be in the description.
Yep, we'll do. Okay, so Daniel, thank you, and I look forward to next time.
Thank you very much.